So time for the gold medal match in the Recurve men's team discipline here at the 2022 European Championships, right in the heart of Munich, the Bavarian capital. Time to go for gold here in Munich. The eagle-eyed amongst you will spot that the two teams coming out are Spain and Italy to contest this Recurve men's team gold medal at the European Championships. A unique European Championships held in the following year from the last one, which was delayed for reasons that I'm sure you can work out for yourself. Let's go down for the team introductions.
On target, number 1, representing Spain, Pablo Acha, Miguel Alvarinho Garcia, and Daniel Castro. On target, number 2, representing Italy, Federico Mussolesi, Mauro Nespoli, and Alessandro Paoli. The line judge for this match is Katerina Konchalova.
Well, here we go. Spain versus Italy for the Recurve men's team bronze. Spain came through the ranking as the top seeds, Italy as the third seeds. Spain line up with Pablo Acha, Miguel Garcia, who's having a brilliant season himself, and Daniel Castro. Italy have Federico Mussolesi, Mauro Nespoli, and Alessandro Paoli in their team. One word, Chef, Spain or Italy?
I'd have to give Spain the the advantage here.
Well, Spain are going to get this gold medal match underway.
So we've seen this a lot. We've seen a lot of people start on the left, and typically you'll have like a spotter in the stands that will tell you like all of the teams are shooting left. Maybe adjust your side a bit, but it's difficult to say how much because you don't know how much the side has already been moved of the teams that went previous. So yeah, the first end is often a sighter, and you can really make a difference by getting that right in the first arrows.
To give you a point of reference, effectively, what you're saying, yeah.
9, 24.
The good thing about the set system is that it's not a big issue to shoot not as great of a first set because you can always get back. Mauro Nespoli famously shooting a very heavy bow, a bow with a very heavy draw weight, so less affected by wind, which comes in handy in these final venues.
Well, they've dialed into the middle straight away, Italy. Mussolesi also going into the centre, handing over to Paoli.
It's gone a bit high, but still a 28 gives them a 4-point advantage in the 3 first arrows of the set. So that gives them some breathing room in the second half.
Back over to Garcia.
And you could see the coach trying to look past the archers and looking at all of the flags and all of the things that you can judge the wind by, just so that he could more accurately give them some instructions. So they don't seem like they've settled in right just yet, but Italy will, I think, without any major issues, get this set.
A 10 makes that even more likely here. I mean, they've got a potential of a 58 here, so lots of breathing room. 2 sevens in the Spanish first set have opened that door.
10.
Well, the thing about this is, whilst they only need a point to share the points and 2 to take the win.
As we get a good look at the seemingly hypermobile arm of of Paoli. I'm sure we'll get another look at that later this match, but it seems like he can overextend his elbow.
Yeah.
And it looks really awkward, but I'm sure that for him it just feels like he's stretching his arm out.
Yeah, he's got a double jointed elbow.
Yeah.
So, or slightly double jointed, I should say. But yeah, it's the thing about that those final 3 arrows for the Italians, 10, 10 and 8, another 8 from Paoli, is that does that come as a bit of a confidence booster for the Italians as well as a confidence crusher for the Spaniards?
Yeah, I think so, yeah, because it doesn't only mean that Spain is still trying to figure out, okay, where do I have to aim, is my side set correctly, but it means that they don't really feel room or time that they have because Italy is doing so well. So you need to hurry up with your sequence, you need to hurry up with your adjustments. Because yeah, Italy is not giving you much breathing room, and I think Paoli, he's shot 2 high 8s, so if he just adjusts his side, he's also good. So and Spain will see that as well, that the first 2 archers of the team have only shot 10 so far, and the 3rd archer has just shot a group that's not in the middle, that he can adjust to the middle. So yeah, time is not on their side.
Ominous signs for the Spaniards as Mario Nespoli sports his lovely summer hat.
Well, it's good weather for a straw hat.
Well, Alvarino, Castro and Acha just waiting on the range to be declared safe to shoot. There's the buzzer to indicate we are about to get back underway. Italy leading by 2 set points to 0, so Spain will shoot first in the 2nd set. And upsets.
You can see that
Garcia.
You can see that Garcia has a bandage around his middle finger. This is not a new injury, or maybe not an injury at all, since he always uses that bandage. So there's nothing wrong with his finger as far as I know, or it might be that it's always wrong and he has to bandage it, but he's at least used to it, so it's not like a new thing that he's having to deal with right now. Yeah, there's a bit of doubt in his shot, it seems. Normally his shots are a bit more stable and a bit faster, so his rhythm is a bit slow today. And that can just mean that you're not that on point. So maybe he can fix that before the end of the match.
27.
A bit more of a target for Italy to aim at.
Yeah, you could clearly see that he knew that was going to the left, but he seems okay with it. I think Mauro Nespoli is always the most confident looking man on the field, at least.
9.
And then importantly, after getting off the line, Musalesi is giving some advice to his teammates, saying, okay, mine went to the right because I did this, or mine went to the right despite me doing this. So it's important that you keep communicating within the team. Yeah, there was a bit of a delay there when he when his clicker went off. There was a bit of a delay, and it just seemed like there was a loss of tension, making the arrow go to the right. But it's very difficult to see what the archers feel. So there might well be a very good reason for that delay that we couldn't spot from here.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, looking at how the Spaniards shot their first 3 arrows, it's a very different looking makeup for their second set. So 52 set as the target, 56 available, potentially for Italy, perhaps even 57 if that 8 gets marked up. But it has given Italy a bit of a chance here.
If the clock starts working again.
There's some technical issue with our clock at the moment.
Tough. Yeah. Tough to be in the cauldron anyway, right? In the centre of everything on the podium range. But when there are technical glitches, they just make it a little bit more frustrating.
Yes, so maybe we can fill this little pause with a big round of applause to all our athletes.
And this is a situation in which you can really easily fall out of rhythm. Italy was building up a nice rhythm. They were shooting quite well. And now, even though they were supposed to step on the line, Mauro has to wait, and he's just standing there waiting for his shot. So it kind of gives you the time to overthink things. Well, him being a silver medalist at last year's Olympics, I think he's not one for overthinking, but it does give you the opportunity to do so. So you have to keep yourself from doing that.
Well, there is the guilty culprit. It does give me an opportunity to ask you a little question here, Chef. What's going on with Nespoli's shoes?
Yeah, it looks like he's using bare feet shoes. So he has shoes that have, I think they're called the 5 fingers, so that he has separate toes. I actually have a pair of bare feet shoes myself, or a couple pairs, for shooting, because you're really, really planted on the ground if you have no sole or barely a sole at all. So it's nice, and you're nice and stable with them on, well, as you can see right here.
Just showing off to say you've got 2 pairs there, Chef, I think. You can only wear 1, right?
Yeah, but I have different pairs for different situations, but not with the 5 fingers. I don't have those.
Back to the archery of this gold medal match, an intriguing one between Italy and Spain. Italy came into the set 2 set points up to Spain. Spain started very well in this second, but as you can see, Italy have a chance here to go 4-0 up. And that is more than enough. A 54 for them in the second set. And the Italians have fought back against a resurgent Spain. Spain started that set so well.
Yeah, I was quite confident when I said Spain in the beginning of the match when you asked me which country was going to win, and that's because Alvarinho is in such a good shape this year, and I think Castro is also shooting later this afternoon in the individual matches. They were shooting really well. And they're just not finding it right now. It seems like they're searching for their sight setting or their form, and it's a very difficult search if you're standing there, you don't know what to look for. So
is that case then? So here's a tricky one. Perhaps awkward for you because you're still, I know you've retired, but you're still very much in the scene and you know all these guys as friends. Mm-hmm. But are there archers that struggle in the team environment and they just prefer to shoot individually?
Yes and no. I think there are archers who struggle with the fact that they only have 20 seconds, and then you would say, okay, but you only have 20 seconds in individual as well. But in individual, you get the time to load your arrow onto the bow when the other person is shooting, so you get a little bit more breathing time. And that time pressure and the fact that you have the weight of the other people on your shoulders effectively, it can be too much for some people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not suggesting that is the case here.
No, I don't think so.
Point. Yeah. It is an interesting point that some archers could struggle in team competitions, and at the same time to counter it, other archers may absolutely revel in being part of a team and perform better than they do as individuals.
Yeah. So there's people who feel the pressure of having to carry a team, and there's also people who feel like they can get away with more because they're covered by the rest of the team. So it goes two ways.
Well, here Italy are in the box seat, 4 set points up against Spain for the Recurve men's team gold. Garcia back on the shooting line. Spain have to win this set.
That was a much better shot than the previous shot, of which I said there was a bit of a delay in the clicker. This one, the clicker went off and just everything went in one line. So the release was nice, the front hand was nice, the bow arm. Just a bit unfortunate that it hit right side of the tin. Luckily Daniel hits it.
Year-old Archer shooting third for Spain.
Manages to just hit the line for the 9. So 28. It's good, but Italy is also very good at the moment. So.
It's very difficult to know what is good at the moment because
exactly.
these teams are meandering between the sublime and maybe not quite the ridiculous, but some top scores and then something perhaps a little less than that. Nespoli with the 9.
Yeah, so far they've matched Spain exactly with 9 that's right outside of the 10 and then a good 10.
Another 9, so they haven't matched them completely in terms of score for a 28, and that is all the Italians need to do. That's the luxury that they have. They just need to match the scores of their opponents to take the European crown.
That was finally one of the shots that I'm used to seeing from Alvarinho Garcia. So I'm not heavily in favor of one team or the other, but I am heavily in favor of seeing a nice long match and maybe a shoot-off. So in this case, I hope that Spain will get back into this match.
Well, shooting out their socks right now. What a finish from them. 3 10s. That's the way to pass some pressure on a 58 out of a potential 60. High fives all around on the Spanish side. Time to settle the nerves on the Italian side of the shooting line. Nespoli up. Needs a 10. Gets it. Yeah. They all need 10s, the Italians, let's be clear. Any drop points, and we'll be moving on to a 4th set. Boy, they're going to finish this off with 3 10s themselves.
I wonder if Mauro is having flashbacks to the London 2012 Olympics where Frangilli needed to shoot a 10 for the gold medal.
Responsibility on Paoli's shoulders.
Ooh.
Little bit of movement there. Oh, what a finish from Italy. Spain fired 3 10s down the 70-meter range, putting a huge amount of pressure on this Italian trio. But boy, oh boy, did they step up to the mark. Paoli with the most pressure on, anchoring the team. And look what it means to them. Italy are the Recurve men's team European champions in 2022. What a finish, Chef! What a finish!
Yeah, although I was hoping for a shoot-off, this is also a very, very nice, how do you say it, conclusion to the match. I think this was a very, very beautiful ending from Italy, and I think although very painful for Spain, they can have nothing but respect for the last end that Italy managed to blurt out.
There's not much more to add to that. I mean, it was a fantastic final 3 hours from Spain. They did all they could to put the pressure on this team, but what kind of pressure? They said Italy, Recurve men's team, European champions here in Munich.